Hey, welcome everyone. Today I have a question for you for your well-being tip. What is the first thing that pops into your head when you hear the word meditate or meditation? How do you react to that? What's the first thing that pops into your head? Picture, word, what is it that you think of right away? A monk sitting cross-legged, being quiet, levitating, sitting cross-legged with, the mudras and oming, sitting in your room and trying to get your brain to shut off so you can find quiet and stillness. What is the first thing that pops into your head? So what I have for you today is some ideas and some information on how you could work meditation into daily life. We're all busy, our calendars are packed. How do you find some time to actually meditate, calm your nervous system so you can re-regulate and bring yourself back to here and now, to calm your nervous system, to relax, and to reduce inflammation, and all those other things that go on with the craziness in our world. So, first thing I thought I did, well, actually what I did do, I went out and looked up the definition in the dictionary. What is meditation? What is it to meditate? So, I wrote all this down because I've got a buttload of information for you. I'm going to condense it, of course, but I didn't want to miss anything. I also went out to a couple of different sites to get the medical view of meditation and what their professional perspective is of how it can help you and why you should do it at least a couple times a week, hopefully every day. But we all have that time constraint. So I'm going to grab my paper here and I'm going to read you the actual definition of meditation or to meditate. And this is out of the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Okay, meditation, the definition is to engage in contemplation or reflection. To engage in a mental exercise of breathing or a mantra to reach a higher awareness. Also, it was to reflect or ponder, or to plan or to project onto the mind an intention, a desire, a purpose. So what I normally think of with meditation is the intention or the purpose is to calm down, to find relaxation, to find that moment of peace and quiet in the craziness of the day. So I went and I thought, well, what does Mayo Clinic think? I checked University of California, Davis, and also Healthline. And all agree that meditation is well worth your while, and definitely has physical and emotional, spiritual benefits to you, and can really help diminish or prevent various illnesses and conditions, along with just bringing you peace of mind. So, first off, there are a lot of different ways to meditate. It isn't just being the monk or sitting cross-legged and getting the monkey mind to shut down. You can do that, and that is the traditional way that we all think of it. And now the sun is shifting, so I'm going to shift a little bit here. All right, so we'll shift a little bit here. Okay, so the various ways to work meditation or a form of meditation into your life is one, we're all aware of prayer, taking the moments of contemplation and just being quiet and shooting a prayer out into the universe or to God. There's also breath work, the deep breathing exercises. It brings you here, it brings your focus back to now, and it helps to regulate the nervous system also. And to do a body scan. And that's just really simple, quick. You can be sitting at your desk and just take a minute to go from head to toe or toe to head and to focus on each part of the body to see how you're feeling, just to check in. Are you feeling the numbness in your toes? Is your back starting to ache a little bit? Have you got a headache? Are you feeling the tightness? Just a body scan to go through and just to check in with yourself to see how you're doing. Also, the tightness in your chest, if you're feeling anxiety or tension, that will also. So a body scan is another form of meditation. All of this is because you're bringing your attention back to the present moment, to where you are right now, and getting the focus and energy off of what's going on in the craziness of the world. Of course, there is the mantras too, where you can, with the fingers, each one has a different meaning, of course. And the Om main mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, or just Om, various mantras and sounds. Each chakra has its own sound associated with it. And the point is to take your attention off of everything else and to bring it back here. Now, we're going to shift again because the sun is moving. It's a little chilly out here, so I wore a jacket. So let's take a look at what you can do. It is those brief moments that you can take throughout your day, 5 minutes when you get home from work, or even during the day. You can also do a mindful walk. So if you take a break from the office, get outside, walk around the parking lot, and just do a mindfulness walk. And that's just either a walk in nature, get out, get away. But the trick with a mindfulness walk, if you do nature, it's more about paying attention to the color of the trees, the scent in the air from the woods, touching the bark of a tree, and just paying attention to what's there in nature and connecting with it. If you happen to have that 5 or 10 minutes where you can escape the office and get out into the parking lot, and you do this in nature as well, a mindfulness walk is being very mindful of the movement of your legs and how they're moving forward. You focus on that and how your foot plants down onto the ground and what that feels like. It's bringing your attention to what is actually happening this second. That is a mindfulness walk. I know we've talked about earthing before too, but if you're out in nature and you can't go barefoot or stocking foot for whatever reason, there's a lot of them for right now. And seriously, folks, go be a tree hugger, because go hug a tree. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. But the bioelectromagnetic energy that is in the ground comes up through the tree trunk, and just touching the tree, hugging the tree, will also infuse you with that energy from Mother Earth. It's a lot of different ways to do that. Touching gently the petals of a flower or a plant when you're outside. All of it brings that bioelectromagnetic energy to you, which is what we need to stay connected. And it is important for your health. So let's get back to that. What does Mayo Clinic, University of California, Davis, and Healthline, those are only 3 of the God knows how many out there that I looked at. But let me read from this list of how meditation in any of those forms is actually beneficial to your everyday health. All right, here's the paper, here's the list. Okay, so according to Mayo Clinic, It brings you a sense of calm, peace, and balance, physical, emotional, and your overall well-being. Benefits can last after you do a session, possibly up to 24 hours, and can help you manage these various medical conditions. Here's the list. It can bring you a new perspective. It helps with stress management, self-awareness, increased creativity, patience. It can lower your resting heart rate and lower your resting blood pressure. And it induces improved sleep. Now, the medical aspects, especially, stress can worsen if you don't manage it, right? So, in meditation in quiet, it did not specify how long you needed to be in quiet, stillness, or meditation to have continued effective benefits. From my experience, it should be done every day for at least 5 or 10 minutes. You need that time just to reset your nervous system and your vagus nerve. Now, Mayo Clinic says from the medical aspect, actual medical conditions, it can relieve or minimize anxiety, asthma, cancer, chronic pain, depression, heart disease. It can lower high blood pressure. It can help regulate IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and there's a multitude of different forms of that. It can help with your sleep, and it can help decrease or minimize tension headaches. And we get a lot of that due to the tension, of course, in our shoulders and neck from overactive or overuse of typing and sitting and hunching and looking at our phones. Let's see. Healthline and the University of California, Davis agree with all of those benefits, and it can help to relieve or reduce age-related memory loss and can improve clarity and focus. The medical community is backing up everything that the ancients have known for a millennia. It is well worth your time to meditate in some form or another. And for a lot of us, that means just getting out for a 5 or a 10-minute walk to just be with ourselves. You don't have to walk in a forest. Just go to a park or, I got a park across the street. There are some really nice community areas that they've set up with, backdrops here. Like here at my apartment complex, we've got this beautiful nature area back here. But to connect, or just sit in your room where it's quiet, shut everything down, and to just be still, be quiet, deep breathing, any little thing can help. And the beneficials, as you've heard, are monumentous. So please, I encourage you to take the time to do some form of meditation every day. Make your life better, and it can help prevent a lot of those conditions too, and at the very least, diminish what may already be going on. So let me know what you think of meditation. How can you work this into your everyday life? And is there something that you think it may help you with? And once you've started incorporating this, let me know in the comments. Throw it in there on how it has helped. There's so many people that can use this information. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's get the word out there to help one another in improving our own health journey, mental, physical, medical, emotional, all of the things, because we all want to feel better and do better. So that's what I got for you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Have an amazing week, and remember to take great care of yourself. Can't help anyone else until you're feeling good and healthy yourself. So until next time, take care. Peace.